Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Jerry promises bold Cowboys change for future. In the micro sense, there are concerns. The Dallas Cowboys on Monday suffered another embarrassing 34-10 defeat to the Houston Texans at AT&T Stadium, marking their fifth straight home loss. And game's opening play foreshadowed the struggles Dallas would face throughout the matchup. But in the macro sense, things can change. Wounds do heal. Bad teams do become good ones. And that is the bold promise Cowboys owner Jerry Jones is now making. First, to that micro. The Texans wasted no time testing the Cowboys' defense, as quarterback C.J. Stroud connected with Nico Collins for a 77-yard touchdown on the very first play of the game. Collins, returning to action, showcased his speed and playmaking ability, cutting through Dallas' secondary and racing to the end zone. However, the score was negated by an ineligible man downfield penalty, momentarily bailing out the Cowboys and backing the Texans up to their own 18-yard line. While Dallas avoided an immediate deficit, the reprieve was short-lived. The drive was capped off when Houston running back Joe Mixon broke free for a 45-yard touchdown, giving the Texans a 7-0 lead and setting the tone for a long day for Dallas. So in a sense, the befuddled Cowboys gave up two long TDs on the first two plays of the game. The Cowboys managed a 64-yard touchdown pass from Cooper Rush to Cavante Turpin. And that was about it. Costly penalties, turnovers, and a fumble returned for a touchdown by Houston's defense compounded the Cowboys' issues. Rush, in for Dak Prescott, who injured is out for the year, completed 32 of 55 passes for 354 yards, one touchdown, and one interception. Injuries to Zach Martin, Tyler Guyton, Jake Ferguson and Tyler Smith made Dallas' offense seem even more inept. But, what about changes? And better days? Said owner Jones on Tuesday in reflection, rest assured we'll be figuring out ways to look for what we're doing wrong and improve on that. The bottom line is that we've got to get better. We will get better. There are better days ahead. That can indeed be how the NFL works. Dallas believes it employs foundational talents in Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Tyler Smith, Trayvon Diggs, Micah Parsons and more. And the blow-it-up plan can allow for a remodel for 2025 in part due to a potential $100 million in cap room. For now, with the loss, the Cowboys set an NFL record for 5 consecutive home defeats by 20 or more points, dropping their record to 3-7. But for later. There are better days ahead, says Jerry, and he's likely right. Because right now, it seems it couldn't get much worse. Cowboys Mike McCarthy makes final decision on starting QB. The Cowboys are now 3-7 following the Monday night blowout loss at the hands of the Houston Texans. They are tied for 14th in the 16-team NFC, with only the 2-8 New York Giants below them. A 7-game winning streak to close out the 2024 season could, technically, rescue their playoff hopes, but that is a pretty big pipe dream. According to NFL.com, they have the second worst odds at earning a playoff spot in the conference, and even if they beat the Commanders on the road on Sunday, their postseason odds would sit at just 4%. A loss knocks them to well below 1%. And yet, Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy keeps plugging along as though there is no choice in Dallas but to try to win out and get to the playoffs. Or, at least, to win out and spare his reputation, should he go seeking another job. Remember, McCarthy is in the final year of his contract, and while it might make sense for Dallas to lose some games and boost the team's draft spot for next April, that matters little to McCarthy. He's not going to be in Dallas in April. The Cowboys are all but certain to have a new coach then. So, expect McCarthy to be gung-ho about winning all he can before he gets the boot. Cooper Rush back as Cowboy starter. With that in mind, It makes sense that McCarthy will turn back yet again to veteran Cooper Rush at quarterback, despite the fact that it makes oodles of sense for him to put untested 2021 number 3 overall pick Trey Lance on the field. Star QB1 Dak Prescott is out for the year with a hamstring injury. The Athletic reporter John Machota wrote on Twitter X this week, Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy said Cooper Rush will again be the starter this week. But there will be a package for Trey Lance. Lance was acquired before the 2023 season for a fourth-round pick, but has made only one garbage-time appearance in 2 seasons for Dallas. The Deion Sanders to Dallas conversation continues. Less than a week after asking Sanders if he would accept the Cowboys' head coaching job, Michael Irvin added fuel to the fire on Tuesday. Speaking to Fox Sports' Colin Cowherd, Irvin said he 100% believed Sanders would take over in Dallas if the franchise drafted his son, Shedeur. Deion and Shedeur Sanders are currently in the midst of a successful season in Colorado, leading the Buffaloes to an 8-2 record as they battle for the Big 12 title and a spot in the college football playoff. I can tell you, I've been told this by good sources, Irvin said of his scenario. I've been told this by good sources. That's all I could say without violating anything else. Shedeur Sanders is projected to be one of the top QBs in the draft. That doesn't make it likely, especially since the team just made a new long-term commitment worth $240 million to Dak Prescott. Prescott is guaranteed to make $231 million and is under contract with the team through the 2028 season. Deion Sanders previously told Irvin he was happy in his current role. "I'm happy where I'm at, man," Sanders said. "I'm good, I'm happy, I'm excited about where I'm at. I love it here, I really do."